Hey laser lovers, welcome back to X for More Creations. And today I'm going to show you how to make a puzzle and also how to use this AImake. We got a contest going on. I don't know if you've seen that. It should be popping up kind of like when you open up Creative Space and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you how I've gone ahead and I made these ones. This one right here is like 3D wood carving, and I put that in a frame. And this is my third one. The first two were tests, and I've done them smaller. And the smaller version, I actually cut it up into a puzzle also. But with the right light, that looks absolutely amazing. The depth and all that is incredible. So that was all made with the AImake. There's a contest. You can go make it. It's a good time to make yourself a logo, Christmas ornaments and stuff like that. I'll show you the other image that I have right here. That's all cut up into a puzzle. It's easy. It's really the same thing. You're gonna go right ahead, you're gonna engrave, you're gonna do your same thing, then you're just gonna add the puzzle grid. It's not that hard. I'll show you what I use. I'm sure there's other ones. I've been using this one, and it's quick and easy, and it's adjustable and stuff like that. But let's go right ahead and jump right into the AImake here, and yeah, let's have some fun. All right, and here's one of the images I made, and I'm sharing a bunch of them. I think the first one I made was an acrylic ornament with Santa and gingerbread man and Frosty and a train. So then I've gone ahead and I made this beautiful nautical, it's like a compass, it's a lighthouse, and it's all like in a picture frame with flowers and stuff like that. And it's been cut up into a 250 piece puzzle, as you can see here. And it's quite beautiful. There is a tiny bit of play, you know what I mean? You think about that, how many pieces that's cutting, how thick that, you know what I mean? The size of the beam, the laser. So you're gonna lose a little bit, but it does tighten up pretty damn good. You're gonna do your engraving first, and then your cutting. So here it is, one of them. I've done 5 or 6 now with the S1, and you know, those are about the same. I had to cut that down a little bit to fit inside that frame. And so yeah, you can go right ahead, go into AImake, and just click enter now. All right, now we're in AImake. So this is your selections here. You can start with whatever. You can see there the wood carving one. This is what I would have used here. And you can go back and see some of the ones that I did create. So now you're getting a look at what I have done here. Making Christmas ones, ornaments. I'm from Nova Scotia, if you haven't noticed. And making lots of custom things like that. It's easy. These happy holidays. There's the Santa one and stuff like that. And it's easy to share and share to DesignFind, to share, get into the project, or share to the contest. And there's like 20 prizes and stuff like that. That's 6,000. It's dispersed between 20 people, I believe. You can import your design after you create it right into Creative Space, and that makes it fast and easy. Just gonna cycle through, show you some other ones that I made. And one thing that I did notice, like let's say you're doing some spelling mistakes and stuff. If you get some spelling mistakes, you can actually say you do not like it, and you'll get 80% of the credits back. I wish I would have noticed that. The second that you like click download or whatever, you edit the image, then you can't do that no more. So we'll start with one. Let's like, I think they do have logos or something like that, right? There's 2D graphics and stuff. If you just click on one, something that would look good for a puzzle, you know, we can do that low relief one again, right? Let's just try that. Now you're gonna type in, you're gonna get 2 images. You can click the image aspect ratio. The more it's gonna take more credits. You see there the credits go along there. So it's 6 credits per. So we're gonna go right ahead and we're gonna type in whatever you want. Let's see, let's put in, all right, we're gonna see if I'll let it get away with this. I don't know, some of the AI have banned some words like this, and I was always curious. I did not know if AImake will allow this. So we're gonna try cannabis sugar scallop flowers. It's not giving me a bad prompt anyway, by the looks of it, so. All right, it did it. And I'm actually really impressed. So let's take a good look at this. So it's not like a prompt that they're not disallowing and stuff like that. So, and that's beautiful. And I'm gonna try this actually. I'm gonna do one of these too. Now, too bad I couldn't get a vote from you guys right now. Whoops. Oh, I must have to click to the other one. They're pretty similar. I'm gonna pick the one that I like the best, which I think this one is more clean. And I'm going to dislike the other one. So I'm gonna show you how you get the points back. Then I'm gonna show you how you can, I have to clean my module. So I'm gonna load it up and I'm gonna show you how to get this done, but not actually do the project, okay? So let's go right ahead and click dislike on the other one because I don't like the shape of it. Dislike, and see you get your credits back. Boom. So now you just have the one, and you can go right ahead and you can import that into Creative Space. All right. You don't see as good with the xTool light not on and the lighting in my garage here, but you can see that, yeah, it's due for a cleaning, and I knew that, and been smashing out so many projects and stuff like that, but you don't want to let it go overdue and stuff like that. That causes problems. You don't want to burn out your lens or your laser and stuff like that. So we're going to go right ahead. You're going to unplug everything from the back, and we're going to grab some isopropanol and some Q-tips, probably a few paper towel here, and we're going to start cleaning this. It's quite filthy even back there, and I don't even cut MDF. So if you're cutting MDF and stuff like that, these other materials, and even especially if you're not running air assist, you're going to be wanting to clean this like they recommend fairly often, like daily almost. So honestly, I don't even know when I clean this new module. It's time, it's overdue. Now, I cleaned it off, but I didn't even take out the, so yeah, I guess it's not as dirty as I thought, which is great. Most of it was staying on the cover and stuff like that, and there's a protective lens, but I'm still gonna take the time that I have it all apart, do the maintenance, and do the clean. We're gonna clean the lens with a little bit of isopropanol and a Q-tip, and everything else seems pretty clean. We're gonna wipe it all down. And I think you can use like those blow-off cans that like to blow some stuff through, and the fans are looking decent, and we'll do a little bit of a clean up there and put it all back together, and maybe I will get that puzzle done. All right, I even took a little bit of time. I didn't take apart the top part, I cleaned it off. The fans were showing a little bit of dirt and stuff like that, but we're looking pretty clean. So we're all done here. I'm gonna put it back together, and I think I'm gonna get that puzzle going. All right, my module is all clean. Another thing you can do is I like to take like paper towel, wipe the tracks off, and every once in a while I still need to take my honeycomb up and clean everything properly. But yeah, sometimes I'll clean those tracks off and put some more Penseng lube there. That keeps everything flowing nice and properly. And we put a brand new sheet down. We're gonna go right ahead, we're gonna focus that, and I got my image loaded up. All right. So we're gonna go right ahead and we're gonna hit that with, I think what I did last time, I still left it as a 3mm basswood. We're gonna do that engrave. I think I changed the power settings. I'm gonna have to go back. I think I was like 60% power. I'm gonna go back to what I'm gonna do a retrace, and then the lines per centimeter, I bumped that up to about 160. That's about what the settings we're gonna go with right there. But now we need to add the puzzle grid, okay? You're gonna go right ahead and you're gonna focus your laser like normal. Always focus your laser. It's telling me that it just needs to connect to my thing, but focusing your laser will always make sure that everything's gonna run smoothly. All right, that's doing the auto measure, so it's going back over there. It's gonna calibrate, and that's gonna show up on the screen. So it's showing how far away it is, so the laser will know how much to come down. That laser is on springs. It's actually pretty neat. It goes up and down accordingly for the project, the power, and the settings. So now we have the beautiful image that I've created at AImake here, and we're gonna take that, we're gonna size that up to about 11.5. I have a 12x12 sheet on there. All right, that's fine. We have our settings, we have everything. Now you can go right ahead and you can mark your process area, get that all prepared. This is nothing out of ordinary. This picture looks amazing. This would be the same thing if you were gonna make this 3D wood carving picture. Again, I like to start at the bottom here and then finishing at the top left. So if I ever need a you know, do a final clean or something like that. And then we bring that up to there. Okay, there, that's the project, that's the processing area, and it's showing me, I thought so. I moved my honeycomb to get the screw back out. I'm gonna have to move my honeycomb back up right now. If it's too low, it's out of the processing area. So yeah, we're gonna take a second to fix that. It's gonna be just outside of that, I believe. All right, sorry, I had to bring that down a bit lower. So I've gone ahead and I've corrected that. Now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna center that. Once you see the double crosshairs there, your picture is centered. Again, I want this picture to be a little bit smaller. You're gonna need to use your clips. If you don't have these, you're gonna need to have a way to keep this still. It needs to stay completely still and flat the whole time. Even when they're up like that, the tool will still miss them, but I usually like to make sure that those are sitting flat. And again, I'm using I'm gonna be about a 1/4 inch all around. Again, that's 12 by 12, we're going 11.5, so there'll be a little bit of wood left over to hold everything in place. This is going to engrave, and then now we need to add the cut, okay? So there's a website that I'm using, and I'm going to add the link in the, here it is. It's puzzletelognom.org, whatever that is there. And you can go right ahead and you can set the size. Now, unfortunately, it's in millimeters. You're gonna need to do some conversions. This ends up being about 11.8. You can even change the tiles here. I'll show you right now. This will change the shape of it. You know, if you're gonna do like a rectangle puzzle, whatever, it's all what you want. It's simple to change. And then you're just gonna go like that. You're gonna go 15 by 15. This is gonna be about what I want here, right? Okay? Then you just go to download SVG. It's there. Jigsaw puzzle number 4. As you can see, I've done a few of them now. Okay? So now we're gonna go back into Creative Space. And then we're gonna go right ahead and we're going to import that from the downloads. That's jigsaw number 4, and boom, now that grid comes up on there. Again, you're going to, look, you see there, it's at 11.8. You can just go do this, 11.5. That'll shrink that down. And again, you're going to place that over, creating the double crosshairs. It shows up now as a score. What you're gonna do is you're gonna change that to cut. And then what I like to do, I find 4 just to reassure that everything, you can go a little bit faster, but that's going to cut. So yeah, that's it. We're ready to go. That is ready to go right there. It's going to engrave first, then cut, and all the settings are there. So it's that simple, and we're just gonna go right ahead. We're gonna see how long this is gonna take. This can take a while. Between the engraving and cutting, I've seen these take between 3 and 4 hours. So be prepared to take a bit of time. You know, these can sell easily for like $80, I would say, all day. And yeah. All right. It's saying 4 hours. I think that was because I did the lines per centimeters a little bit tighter than what I usually do, but we're gonna go for it. 4 hours, let's go. All right, and away we go. We'll see you in 4 hours, or 4 hours and like 15 minutes by the time the cutting and all that's done, so. All right, this is looking amazing. Definitely have to put this one in a frame too, not as a puzzle. Maybe I should have done it in a frame first, but all right, switch gears. It'll do the verticals first. Actually, it'll do the outline. I meant to look at changing this. When you pull it off this, the only downside is that it should be cutting the outline last, but that's why you gotta make sure that everything stays, that nothing moves here. That's the only downfall again, is that it does the outline first, then it does the verticals, then it'll go horizontally, and I mean, just look at that. Laser beaming almost right through the eye. So yeah, super impressed. That is amazing detail again. And And I definitely want to try this on. Maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll get a piece of birch or maple, actual hardwood for the next one. But yeah, about 35 minutes left of cutting. All right, we just got done. 250 piece puzzle, and you can see there, just running alongside of my clips there. So it keeps everything into place. And yeah, it's beautiful. There's some serious depth there. This image turns out really good. I'm only using the light inside the S1 right now. You can see there that it does look like a 3D like carving. I'm gonna take the frame out now, and then I might probably try to put some parchment paper or something to pull this all off. Or you could probably put like another piece of wood upside down and flip it over, and then do it again, I guess, to get it off. And then I'd like to clear coat this, probably hit it with some more polyacrylic. And but yeah, look at that. That's absolutely amazing. And he's a cheeky one, isn't he? Kind of grabbed that image quick. Probably gonna make some few more like that. You guys should definitely give it a try. And then I'll probably end up sharing this. And I hope you enjoyed it. Puzzles are a lot of fun. Again, these are fully customizable. I made them really small too. I have a smaller one with my sailboat, my schooner sailing. And yeah, so as always, keep your lasers focused and stay creative.